Hello my friends, welcome to Inside Electronics channel. This is Uncle Misha, and today we have this power supply tester IV or 4. I don't know what 4 stands for, but here we are. So this is power supply tester. So then we're gonna take a look at that and maybe take a look what's inside. So let's do it. Alrighty, so I turned out to have too many power supplies sticking around, and instead of pulling out motherboard and plugging in all this stuff, I have like 6 or 7 of them, and I don't know what condition they are. I decided to get this. It'll be much less hassle. Fortunately, it supports ATX, but and I don't have any AT power supplies, but I have few AT motherboards which are pretty old school, and have to kind of either get the converter or something, but it's not the part of the story. So today we're gonna take a look at this power supply tester, which obviously just tests voltages. So what does it say? This power supply tester is a robust voltage tester for PC power supply. Robust voltage, very nice. Plug power supply into corresponding jack. Anyways, essentially what you do, you plug in, let me open first. There is no user manual about this. So here is our power supply. Here is ATX connector. Here is Molex for your hard drive and stuff. I don't know why would you need that. Here is, I don't even know what the hell is this. It's like, I have no idea what that's supposed to be. SATA? SATA power or something? It says SATA, but like, how do you connect SATA here? I don't know. Is this what it's supposed to look like? Yeah, but like you need like receptacle. Whatever. Then we have floppy power CPU, like which can be two kinds, 4-pin or 8-pin, and PCI Express power or video card power. So yeah, pretty straightforward. So how do we open this, gentlemen? I think it just, wow, it's glued. No, are you guys kidding me? Why would you glue that? No screws, and it appears to be glued. Shit, I wanna yeah, it's like, damn. Really? Oh, let me think about it. Alright guys, I spent some time poking this guy around and looks like it's glued shut. So yeah, I don't want to break it because I sort of need it. You know what, let's talk about operation of this device first, and then we're gonna go see. Maybe I'll find another device. I have my friend has the one which is an aluminum case, and I think that one is pretty much looks and works identical, supposed to work identical to this one, and we're gonna take that apart because I'm pretty sure inside they're gonna be quite similar. So let's try to use this guy and see what's happening. So we have AT. Okay, let's yeah, okay. So let's try to power it up. So I have prepared power supply right here. So this is old ATX power supply, which is Cooler Master brand. It's so old it doesn't have even PCI Express power, and it has 4 pins, not 8 pins CPU. But it's going to be good test of this old power supply if it's good or not. So here we connect the ATX. Here we connect 4-pin CPU. There is no PCI Express. Obviously, I could have MacGyver PCI. I do have a connect like similar to this. All right. So this, for example, is designed to. Oh yeah. So this is what it's designed to do. I think. Yeah. Yeah. So in case you need power PCI Express, here we are. This is how you get PCI Express out of SATA power connector. So this is interesting contraption I have. We can test that. We can actually test this right now, just to make sure to see what's gonna happen. So PCI Express power goes in here. Let's power this guy up. So what's gonna happen when I power it up? Good if you have this kind of switch. It's gonna power up immediately because green in here it's shorted to black one, to the ground, and it's gonna just start the power supply right away and gonna keep it going. All right. So here we are. Okay. So essentially, what do we have? We have 12-volt main rail. I think this is on in here. Then we have 5-volt VSB. It's again in here as well. It's probably standby, I think. Then we have regular 5-volt, which is high current 5-volt. All right. Then we have a 12-volt V2. 12-volt V2 is actually this guy. If I pull this out, let's see what's gonna happen. Ah. Interesting. Oh, okay, I guess it takes power from here, so I yank this guy out. Oh yeah, you start complaining that secondary 12-volt is missing. It has also minus 12-volt. Let me put this back in. Alright, and then we have power good timing, so 330 milliseconds for power good signal. And also we have 3.3 volt, which is orange pins over here. So it's probably how many amps of each. So we have 3.3 volt 20 amps, decent, 5 volt 32 amps, plus 12 volt 16 amps, it's kind of interesting, minus 12 volt, oh there is also minus 5, this guy has also minus 5, so this guy doesn't measure for minus 5, and also plus 5 volt standby 3 amps. This is what powers up your motherboard when you're pressing the button, and then it kicks in everything else. Alright, so that's actually pretty useful, especially this power good signal. Sometimes if voltages can be okay, but when power good signal is not generated in time, I think it could be a problem for some power supplies. So let's see what are those guys around here. So we have here floppy, which is probably irrelevant these days, but where is the floppy thingy? So so if you connect floppy, you can, I think you can connect it on the fly. It's gonna just light up because floppy has plus 12 volt, plus 5 volt, and that's light up here. So you have to now you can connect your Molex. It's again old school. No one uses this anymore, but it lights up plus 5, plus 12. So we have plus 5, ground, plus 12. Okay, that's actually good to test your cables. And now I realize what is that connector. So this is to test SATA power. Alright, so you just, it's not keyed, but if you connect it upside down, it's just not going to do anything. So you have to connect it wire down. And now you have plus 5, plus 3, plus 12, which is obviously orange, red, and yellow. Easy peasy. I think this thing is actually quite useful. Obviously, it doesn't have any load test, so it just, some power supplies, I have one, which actually, all this, I think gonna pass through because I was using different tester, but actually if you connect it to the computer it's not working, and I have to figure out that. So it's gonna be a repair video, but yeah, it's pretty simple power supply tester. At least it tells you the voltages. Okay, turns on the power supply. Yeah, so if you're gonna do load test, you have to use a completely different setup. You would have to connect your battery load to some kind of big ass resistor for appropriate value, you know, according to this. So for example, you have to make sure you're not gonna exceed 20 amps, right? You have to, like, it has to be like big ass you know, 20 watt resistor in order to actually dissipate enough energy right here and of appropriate value. Alright, I think that's gonna be pretty much it. I don't think I'm gonna do tear down of this tester in this video, but this thing can be bought pretty cheap, like cheap on Amazon, even cheaper on Alibaba and eBay. So AliExpress and eBay. Yeah, but I think it's cool. If you have many power supplies, it's very useful to test them using something like that, not to actually poke individual. Plus, you have to remember which one is what. All right. So, guys, I think that's gonna be it for now. Thank you for watching, and stay safe, stay tuned for more videos. Take care.